Jayant student, today we are going to discuss the derivations of consumption curve from saving curve and derivations of saving curve from consumption curve. We having saving curve SS and income curve OY, which is 45 degree. Now let us discuss the step to derive consumption curve first. At zero level of income, that is O S dash, is the dish saving, that is minus C autonomous consumption. Therefore OC will be a autonomous consumption, that is C bar, which is the starting point of the consumption curve. Now saving curve is 0 at point R, which indicate that at this point income is equal to consumption. Therefore consumption curve intersect income curve at point E. Now when we join the point A, means when we join the point C and E extended, it will get the consumption curve CC. Point E indicate the break even point where income is equal to consumption, and point R also indicate the break even point where APS saving is equal to 0. Now we discuss the step to drive saving curve. At zero level of income, OC is the autonomous consumptions, and therefore OS dash will be a dish saving, means negative autonomous consumption, which is the starting point of saving curve. Consumption curve intersect income curve at point E, which indicate income is equal to consumption or saving is equal to 0. Therefore saving curve will intersect x-axis at point R. When we join point E and C at extent, it will get the saving curve SS. While defining the diagram, we can say that at zero level of income, consumption equal to OC, and it is also known as autonomous consumption. It means at the same time saving is negative and it is equal to the negative autonomous consumption, that is minus C bar, and it started from the point S dash. CC curve intersect with the income curve Y at a point E where APC is equal to 1. It is also known as break even point because it is a point when income is equal to consumption. At the same time APS is equal to 0 because the saving line cut the x axis at the point R, so this point also known as break even point. Next we have investment function. Investment refer to the expenditure incurred on the creation of new capital asset, and investment expenditure divided into two parts: induced investment and autonomous investment, where induced investment is referred to the investment which depend on the profit expectation and is directly influenced by the income level. It means it is induced by profit motive, and it increase with increase in income, and it has positive relation with income as, and is generally done by the private sector. Next, autonomous investment. It refers to the investment which is not affected by change in the level of income and is not induced solely by the profit motive, means it is done for the public welfare, is not induced by the profit motive, and it remain constant in respect of the level of income, and it is income inelasticity and parallel to the x-axis, or it is generally done by the government sector. Thank you.